You are now listening to the What Now with Jay podcast, turning the past into a present filled with opportunity, with your host, Jay.
Welcome to What Now with Jay podcast, episode 9. I am your host, Jay, author, educator, and world traveler. Today's episode is all about the benefits of travel. We all travel for many different reasons, right? When we think of traveling, many of us automatically think about packing up our bags, going to the airport, and then flying off to a new destination. Travel looks different for all of us. So today we will be discussing how we travel and the benefits of travel. Most people enjoy booking flights, getting on a plane to exotic destinations. However, several people that don't even enjoy flying on airplanes. There are many different ways of traveling. You can experience the world, or the country, I should say, without getting on an aircraft. So what are the alternatives of traveling without flying? Well, you can always travel, of course, by car. Then, recently, a lot of people are now using campers. That is a wonderful and cheaper alternative to travel. Then you have others that travel the world by cruising. Whatever mode of transportation you choose or prefer, we can all agree that there are many benefits to traveling. We travel for adventure. Traveling allows you to be open to other countries. Traveling allows you to be open to other cultures and their way of life. Traveling allows us to connect with people from all over the world. Learning new languages, or at least learning enough to be able to communicate with the locals. Traveling also allows us to take a break from our everyday lives. We leave the work, the chores, the cleaning, the cooking, all of those things at home when we travel. Traveling is like being in a wonderful place where you don't have any cares or worries. Sometimes we even leave the bills behind. Traveling just open a lot of creative ideas and just allow you to do what you want or do basically nothing. What I mean by that is you tend to be more uptight when you're home. Based on your job or your job title, you feel as if you have to live up to a certain expectations. You can't be seen as, having fun or letting your hair down and just partying by the pool or whatever. But guess what? On a vacation, all of that just goes out the window. You feel as if away from home. I don't know these people. I'm just going to let my hair down and party like the locals. And it's like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this since I was such and such. I was younger, or I feel kid-like all over again. It's not that you're changing who you are. You're really just embracing the idea of not having all these stresses that you're used to, and you're thoroughly just letting your hair down and enjoying yourself. Travel allows you to live in the moment. It is where you are at the time. It allows you to enjoy the small things. Another thing is travel teaches you tolerance. But on a vacation, you're able to tolerate if your meal comes to the table a little later than, or say something starts later than planned. You're not taking it as personal. You're able to tolerate a lot more when you're on vacation. Travel is the best education one can have. And I say this because you get that hands-on experience. You're learning by seeing, by smelling, by touching, the sounds around you, and of course you're tasting. I remember teaching, and I used to pretend with my students. We used to take a daily trip. I would have my students close their eyes, and I would say something like, now we're heading to the airport. My students would close their eyes, and I would tell them, I would ask them rather, what sounds do you hear? What do you smell? And all of those things. And of course, it's the same thing for us on vacations. We are using our 5 senses. So it is one of the best education. And I totally believe this because yes, we're not in the classroom, and a lot of people think education only takes place inside the four walls, but traveling is so much of an education. You get so much perspectives from it. Travel is also very liberating, and it teaches you so much about yourself, especially when you travel solo. I love traveling solo, and I'm sure you already know that for those of you that have listened to the podcast, knowing that I can maneuver around a strange country. Of course, those things take some research, but at the same time, it does give you this wonderful feeling. Think about the memories you will have and the memories you will share and pass down to your kids. And especially if you travel with your kids, which is also a wonderful thing to do. Think of those memories that they will have that will last a wonderful lifetime. So this question is very appropriate for this episode. What do you get the most from traveling? My answer to that question is, I get a lot of peace from traveling. Traveling, as mentioned before, does take me away from the everyday norm. Also, I gain a lot of knowledge from traveling. Everything around you is something, whether you've experienced it before or not, is a learning experience. So I definitely gain a lot of knowledge.
Have a question or just need advice? DM Montego_JAE for the chance to hear your question answered on an upcoming episode.
This is the part of the show where I leave you with a quote. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world. Gustave Flaubert. Let me know what traveling has taught you about yourself or the world. Please continue to leave questions about anything you would like an answer to, whether it be about a past episode or just a question you have. Leave your questions or comment at Montego_JAE.